The government of India is denying allegations that it interfered in the last Canadian elections. Documents from Canada's spy agency, made public at the inquiry looking into foreign interference in Canadian elections, named India and Pakistan as two governments involved in attempts to influence the 2019 and 2021 votes. We strongly reject all such baseless allegations of Indian interference in Canadian elections, said India's External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal in a statement sent to CBC News by the Indian High Commission in Ottawa on Saturday. The statement closely resembles one made by the Indian government in February. It is not government of India's policy to interfere in democratic processes of other countries. In fact, quite on the reverse, it is Canada which has been interfering in our internal affairs. We have been raising this issue regularly with them. We continue to call on Canada to take effective measures to address our core concerns. The documents from the Canadian Security Intelligence Service (CSIS) accused India of interference in 2021, when it had intent to interfere and likely conducted clandestine activities, including the use of an Indian government proxy agent in Canada. CSIS alleges that in 2021, the Indian government's foreign interference activities were centered on a small number of electoral districts. The government of India targeted those ridings. CSIS wrote, because there was a perception by India that a portion of Indo-Canadian voters were sympathetic to the Khalistani movement or pro-Pakistan political stances. The reports all bear notes of caution about the summaries being possibly uncorroborated, single-sourced, or incomplete. CIS Director David Vigneault told the public inquiry that intelligence is not necessarily fact and it may require further investigation. CBC reached out to the High Commission of Pakistan on Friday morning, but has not received a response. We have known for many years that many different countries take an interest in engaging in Canadian institutions and sometimes influencing, sometimes interfering, in the work of Canadian institutions. He said, I can assure people that we will continue to do everything to prevent interference from whatever country it comes from. Wesley Warwick, a senior fellow at the Centre for International Governance Innovation, said the intelligence summaries made public by the inquiry suggest the alleged Indian interference would have had two main goals. One is that India is interested in trying to find ways to kind of support its own message within the Canadian political space, he said in an interview with CBC News. But the other, and perhaps more worrying, is that the indications are that India has tried to intimidate or suppress voters in diaspora communities, particularly Sikh Canadians, to kind of take them out of the political game if they can, and sort of suppress their voice. Warwick also said it was a big surprise that CSIS was seemingly so concerned about Pakistan that it executed a threat reduction measure in 2019. He said that could encompass a range of actions. That could be something as simple as posting a marked police car outside a known threat actor's residence or place of work. It could be something like providing information to a foreign diplomat to say, look, we know what you're up to, please stop.